Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the August 2nd, 2020 edition of Pro Wrestling Throwdown. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams. I am Caleb Black.
Hold up. I got a joke for you.
Okay.
What do you get when you cross Tijuana, Mexico, and a donkey?
What?
You don't know? Seriously?
No, what?
Oh, it's our executive producer, He's back, folks!
They let him out of his prison in Tijuana to come back and do the podcast.
How was the festivities?
Interesting.
Did you drink any of those drinks with the umbrellas in it?
No, I tend to stay away from those.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
especially down there in Tijuana.
you choke on the umbrella? Fuck, you choke on everything else. You look down at your lap, you gotta... Never mind. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking NXT, the first half of the Monday Night Wars. Wednesday Night Wars.
Wednesday!
Also, this NXT review is brought to you by Bronson's Salted Nuts. Get the big bag of nuts and put them in your mouth.
It is a sponsor, not a sponsor.
Yeah, it's a sponsor. Put them in your mouth. Suck it. We're talking NXT, boys.
NXT.
NXT is a good show. We open up with a Fatal 4-Way women's match. Dakota Kai. It's a tag match. Tegan Nox and Io Shirai versus Dakota Kai and Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae is much smaller than you originally thought. I always know she was small, but even in a ring with fucking Io Shirai, she looked tiny.
Yeah, well, I mean, she is. That's why they call her the whatever, was it Pixie?
Yeah.
Danger Pixie or whatever.
She's small, man. It was a
lot smaller than you would think.
Yeah, it was a very good women's match. I put over all the time how the continuous feud between Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai, they just haven't ended it yet, and I will watch those matches for as long as I can.
Fight forever.
Yeah, and I hope that they do. I really hope that we continue seeing it.
You know what I want to know? Come on, bring it back for me. Fulfill your fantasy battle royal. Let's do this. Bra and panties match.
Oh, God. Spin the wheel.
Puppy!
Io Shirai picks up the win, hitting the Shining Wizard on Candice LeRae, and then hits her with the moonsault for the win. Strong way to put over the NXT Women's Champion. I'm loving what they're doing with Io Shirai, and honestly, I'm loving what they're doing with the whole NXT Women's division. And if you know me, you know that me saying that is out of character because I'm very critical of women's wrestling. And I'll be damned.
And hokey stuff.
Yeah.
Even though...
Don't even, if you say his name.
He bought Talking Shop.
If you say his name. Oh, okay.
Which is the most hokiest thing I've ever seen.
Hold on.
And he's an Undertaker.
Hold on. Talking Shop did not present itself as a serious product. That's why it's funny and that's why it's loud. And how dare you take the name of The Undertaker in vain in my presence.
If Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows can do it, I can do it.
Watch it. Just watch it. It's fun.
It is fun.
Anyway, critical of hokey shit, critical of women's wrestling, loving what they're doing with the NXT women's roster. I have said forever, I said it a long time ago that Io Shirai should have been women's champion, because she is the best, among the best women's wrestlers on this roster.
She's good at what she does.
Following match to that was Johnny Gargano versus Roderick Strong, a takeoff from their triple threat match last week. These guys are just technicians, obviously. They get in that ring, they smash, they work, they do everything that you can possibly imagine, so it was a great technical pairing, a good match to catch on Wednesday night.
I'm always a fan of Roddy.
Yeah.
Always a fan of Gargano. So.
The thing that they often kind of get the thing they kind of often get mixed into is because they're both smaller guys, they got to wrestle bigger guys. In this particular match, they didn't have the size disadvantage, so they got to do a lot of their own technical style. It was a damn good match.
Yeah, anytime you get either one of those boys in the ring, it's going to be solid. Putting them both together is just
and the first half was like a technical clinic, and then we get the breakdown. It goes into a fight. Then they get back to. It's just well paced. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Almost a 4. Very close to being
pretty
4.
Close.
And again, two guys that I could watch wrestle all the time.
I agree. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And then, of course, we get the stare down from Dexter Lumis in a promo later on. Dexter Lumis being featured in this big triple threat match tonight, which we'll get to, so am I. We're going to do a match with Shotzi Blackheart against Mercedes Martinez, who is the monster of the NXT women's division right now.
And the crown jewel of the Robert Stone brand.
She's going to be money because she's a viable heel.
She's going to make Robert Stone money.
Yeah.
Like, he was floundering, and I'm not talking storyline-wise, I'm talking legit floundering. They didn't have anyone they could pair him with that made sense. She's come out. Everyone likes Mercedes.
Yeah.
It's the perfect fit.
Yeah, I agree. And
probably saved Robert Stone's job.
The match wasn't long, but it didn't need to be.
No.
And it wasn't exactly a squash either. Shotzi did get some offense in. We've actually got NXT playing over
Shotzi
right now.
is a glorified enhancement wrestler.
Yes. I wouldn't say glorified because she does have her strengths, but
she does,
she's
but
not
when was the last time you remember her going over?
Probably the Evolve.
Which
before she signed, she is stuck in enhancement land right now.
Not to say that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, no, make your money,
job
get paid,
well.
But Mercedes Martinez, I look forward to her becoming NXT Women's Champion and having a very long reign as a heel champion. I think the landscape for NXT champions is going to be all heels very, very soon.
I'm upset that they didn't bring her up sooner and team her with Shayna Baszler. I think that would have been a great
or pit her against Shayna Baszler because
Mercedes is the one that trained Shayna Baszler as a professional wrestler.
And so they could have pitted them against one. I also would have liked to see Mercedes Martinez against Rhea Ripley. You know, another hard-hitting female wrestler.
By the way, what is the deal with Rhea Ripley's hair?
I don't.
Whoever told her that was a good idea lied to you.
Yeah. We cut into Keith Lee's promo responding to Karrion Kross's treatment of his friend and frenemy and enemy Dominic Dijakovic. Very strong promo. Talks about getting his revenge. Tortured him. Making him watch him torture his friend. He gave him an ultimatum, the shot at the title, or Lee would find out the hard way, and Lee's all about doing the hard way. He's accepted Karrion Kross's championship challenge at TakeOver 30. First of all, I think it's a little too soon.
I don't, because you can always do the schmoz finish.
You can, and
my whole problem with the whole thing was, one, anything that Karrion Kross does is gold.
Yeah.
My problem with the thing is, the promo was great. I could not get over Keith Lee's attire. When I think champion, I think you should present yourself as champion.
I mean, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that there's anything wrong.
You like the traditional champion in the suit.
Yeah.
I mean, so do I.
Yeah, you're going to be a champion. You're going to be money. You dress like money.
I don't think this hurts Keith Lee at all.
No, it doesn't. But it kind of pulled it away from me.
The promo then gets interrupted by Cameron Grimes.
I do without that.
What a way to ruin a good promo is to introduce Cameron Grimes, and then Scarlett and Kross shows up. Scarlett speaks for Kross. Blah blah blah. We're going to TakeOver 30.
Yep.
Again, I don't know if it's too soon, like I was saying, but see, this is such a unique situation because you can strike while the iron's hot with Cameron.
Exactly.
But again, like, there's a lot of guys who've had to wait in line, you know what I mean? And watching the build-up wouldn't hurt, but watching him get the title shot doesn't hurt either.
Well, you see, also, if you think about it, Keith Lee is so over.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, more over than anyone on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
If he's that hot, you've got Karrion Kross you're wanting to put in the NXT brand, send him to Raw, send him to SmackDown. Let him do that, let Karrion Kross do that, build more guys.
Yeah, and with a strong heel champion, you're going to get your baby faces in.
Yep.
I would hope, like I genuinely, there's a couple matches I'd like to see Keith Lee have in NXT before his call-up. But,
there's several.
You know, obviously, we'll get to that down the road. We follow up with an Imperium versus Everrise tag team match for the NXT, not for the NXT titles. Sorry.
Basically what you think you would see.
Everrise is a hard-working little team.
They're a good team, but they were no match.
Yeah, they're nothing for Aichner and whatever however the hell you say his name. Barthel, Aichner and Marcel are the NXT champs. Obviously, they they're a superior team, and then they beat Everrise, and then the Undisputed Era returns again and attacks, obviously staking their attempt to become NXT champions once again. I'm all for Imperium versus the Undisputed Era all the time.
Yes.
All the time. Give it to me as often as you want. I just hope Adam Cole gets a call-up soon, and I hope they do it the right way with Finn Balor taking over the Undisputed Era. Because that would be just the hottest of shit that I would enjoy to see. High flyer match. We follow up with hold on, Isaiah Scott and Jake Atlas. Sorry, I had to find my place here in my notes. Atlas and Scott had a good match. Isaiah Swerve Scott's good in the ring. I haven't related to him as much yet. I understand why they're pushing him. I understand the push that's coming. I'm just not sold on him yet. I'm sure I will be after a period of time.
I think Atlas, in my opinion, is a standout of the two.
Yeah.
Isaiah Swerve Scott, I mean, he's good, don't get me wrong. It's just I'm more entertained by the other guy.
Yeah. Bronson Reed cuts a promo afterward talking about his big match coming up. He's the first qualifier in this North American title ladder match, and he's a well-spoken big guy with a good backstory.
Yep.
Talked about his wife, making sure he got through wrestling school, him being able to pursue it full-time as a career, relatable. I'm here for it. I like that they're pushing a guy you wouldn't expect, and that leads us into the following triple threat match, the main event of the show. Dexter Lumis versus Timothy Thatcher versus Finn Balor. What are you doing giving this match away on free TV?
Well, you said that with the last triple threat as well, but I think that's the whole point.
It was incredible.
I think they're selling these on free TV to book and sell the main event ladder match at the pay-per-view because, hey, you see what these guys can do, just a triple threat. Imagine when we put a ladder in on it. Dexter
Lumis, the unexpected guy in the match, wins.
He'll win the match.
Again.
He'll win the whole thing.
Leading up to that, I find it interesting that he choked out Thatcher. Because Thatcher's the technical chokeout guy, and Karrion Kross does a chokeout, and Lumis does a chokeout. I wonder if there are too many chokeouts. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I've had a problem with a lot of that myself.
But the setup is, but Bronson Reed and Dexter Lumis are the first three guys. Did they announce this previous Wednesday who the next triple threat match is going to be next week? I don't remember if they did or not. They may.
The new guy, Ridge. The new guy debuting next week is going to be in the triple threat. I'll look it up and we'll have it for
Ridge Holland?
Him. Yeah. I can't think of the
probably some UK time. Yeah, I can't remember. Let us know in the comments down below if you know who the next week's competitors in the NXT Triple Threat match is going to be. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. And don't go anywhere because the Wednesday Night War is not over. We're talking AEW coming up next.